Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading on Bone a Day Healing Arts. I'm super excited to be here today. I do have a couple of new tools that I'm working with today with your reading. First off, as you know, I always consult my pendulum, and today I have this beautiful lapis lazuli pendulum that I'm going to be working for with your reading, and it's agreeing to that. Lapis is a third eye stone. And so that does help with intuition and psychic development. The other tool I'm working with is a really fun quartz tool. It's a quartz dice, and this dice has planetary symbolisms on it, and so we'll be and there are deities assigned to each of the planets, and so we're going to be working with that to see what our focus should be for the week, right? And so I think that's a lot of fun. I just got that yesterday. I'm just beginning to work with it, and it is a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. My Tweety mug. Okay, Taurus, let's jump right into your reading today. Before I do that, I do want to comment that I do accept free will donations for the readings. The link to donate is in the comment section if you feel called to do that. All right, so Taurus. So for your theme for the week, you got 9 of Winter. And so the 9 of Winter really warns us about like reading too much into something, right? Like we have a problem and we're just making it much bigger than it really seems to be. Then we start thinking, oh my gosh, what is the worst case scenario? And so, then we start having all these fears that are related to that. And so Taurus, I think that is going to be something that you're really going to have to watch this week. Pendulum agrees in not trying to add to the problem, right? Not adding to it, just because that's going to lead to more fear and more stress. And so you don't want to do that. So really keep an eye on that this week, Taurus. Okay. For your obstacles, you got 3 of Summer in reverse. And the 3 of Summer is about having something to celebrate, right? Having really good news. And it's going to be just the opposite, right? We already know from the first card that you're going to have some struggles this week, right? And so your obstacle the obstacles are there just in and of themselves. And it's not going to be anything fun. So really keep an eye out on what's going on around you. And so then, as your advice from the universe is the 7 of Spring, it was in reverse. Now, normally the 7 of Spring is about being assertive and standing up for yourself, and but in reverse, it's just the opposite. I think this is a time that the more you say, the more damage you do, right? Sometimes we just have to zip our lip. And I know it's hard. Trust me, I'm a Taurus moon. I know. I have Taurus in my chart. I know. I will tell you that it is sometimes hard. And, I'm a Scorpio too, which, that's whole nother story, but it is hard, especially when you feel like you're under attack and things aren't going the way you want. It's hard to, and I'm not saying that you should excuse me, you're not supposed to bury your feelings, but sometimes the argument's not worth it, right? Sometimes it's just not worth the argument. So sometimes we have to take that higher road and say, I'm not going to engage. I'm just not going to engage. Man, I wish I'd done that this week. Okay. And then for Healing with Fairies, you got the Look Inside Yourself card. Sometimes when you feel empty, your first reaction is to try to fill up the emptiness by acquiring something or someone. You may fall in the trap of thinking, I'll be happy if or when I have fill in the blank. Then when you get this new acquisition, you only feel satisfied for a little while. The fairies remind you that the only source of true fulfillment is by connecting with your spirit within. Have a mental conversation with your creator and feel yourself filled with divine love. The same holds true if you're searching for answers from outside authorities. Now, there's nothing wrong with seeking counsel from wise friends, especially if their advice echoes what you know to be true. But perhaps you've been asking your friends, mentors, or psychics for solutions and you feel confused by conflicting advice. So, if everyone is telling you different solutions, you'll need to meditate on what your own inner guidance is telling you. And isn't that the truth? Many, many, many. I'm going to go back to that. Standing up for what you believe in card. Because, that Seven of Spring. So, although you don't want to add to the problem or over exaggerate the problem, right? You don't really want to stir the pot and cause more problems. But where you're going to find your answer sits inside you right now. It really does. It sits deep inside your heart and your soul. And it is time to get real with that for you guys. I really, and the pendulum's over here going, yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. Right? So as you're coming through this week and you're coming up against a lot, okay, because I feel this is going to be kind of a heavy week for Taurus. Remember to go within, meditate, talk to your spirit guides, look for the answers within you. Not that your friends aren't the greatest, because they probably are, but that, what you're seeking, you already know. Pendulum still agrees with me. What you're seeking to know, you already know. Okay? Right along with that is the Sacral Chakra card, Trust and Surrender. Your fiery energy manifests in your expansive creativity. When you trust in your most authentic self, you're full of life and vibrant color. Surrender to your process and enjoy all that you birth in the world. Spend time in nature as a source of creative fuel. Even the flowers will speak to you about ideas for your expression if you let them. And a good crystal for that is orange calcite, and the herb is calendula. And isn't that going right back to looking inside yourself card? I mean, they go hand in hand, don't they? It's trusting and surrendering in your most authentic self. And who's your most authentic self? Your higher self. So again, the answers you're seeking are inside of you, right there inside, right? You just have to trust that and surrender to that and know that that is facts. Straight out facts. Okay. Another good intention for you this week, chakra to work with this week is your soul star chakra. You work on your personal frequency. Okay. All frequencies in this universe must align to yours in order to be in relationship with you. Focus your attention and intention on your personal frequency, envisioning it like a light cosmic balloon floating effortlessly higher, allowing the universal forces of love to lift you upon their wings. Instantly, you will call love and effortless ease into your life, creating an even stronger flow of beauty and truth. And a good crystal to work with for that is Herkimer Diamond, and the herb is elemi. And so, as you're facing your stuff this week, Taurus, my Taurian friends, make sure that you are keeping that frequency high, right? Don't let that stuff drag you down. Don't make mountains out of molehills. Don't add to the drama. Instead, shift your focus. Shift your focus on that personal frequency, getting it raised up, looking inside yourself, connecting with your spirit guides, trusting and surrendering and having faith in yourself that you have the answers you need, you have what it takes, and you're going to make it, right? But get that frequency up. Get that frequency up and let go of that mistrust. Let go of that doubt, that fear, that worry, the whatever it is that you're dealing with, let it go. Get that frequency up. Go deep within to find the answers to your problems, to find the solutions to your problems, right? So those are going to be really good things for you to work with this week, Taurus. You're going to need them. Okay. And then for intentions, I have ancestral love for you. I honor the wisdom of those who came before me and seek to send sweet healing medicine through my ancestral lines, backward and forward, healing those behind and ahead of me as I heal myself. My intention is to bless my line by sharing wisdom and value and supporting all original ancestral contracts through loving action. Petrified wood is the stone and white sage is the smoke. Here's the thing we need to remember, folks. Sometimes the crap that we're carrying isn't ours, right? Sometimes the crap that we're carrying around, or the things that we're making mountain out of molehills, or not remembering things, and that goes back to that Nine of Winter can kind of speak to that too, right? Remembering things that aren't quite what we thought they were, or some kind of familial issue. And so sometimes those blockages, sometimes that energy that is so heavy and weighs us down so much isn't even ours. It's our ancestors, it's our parents, it's our grandparents. And so in releasing and focusing on what's really true in you will allow you to heal all that ancestral stuff. And that healing does go back generations and forward generations. And I don't know about you, but I know I'm the one here to do that kind of work. I'm here for that work. I'm here to heal the generations. I'm here to heal the lineage, right? And if not you, then who? Okay, another good intention for you is burning for truth. I live in deep transparency and I honor my inner truth. I recognize my voice and trust it above the voices of other humans. As I live my truth, I become a model of authentic living and give tacit permission to others to follow their own path towards truth. And Amazonite is the stone and tea tree oil is the essential oil. And doesn't that go back to the card from the fairies, the healing with the fairies, of going inside to find the truth, right? Your authentic truth. Not someone else's authentic truth. Not somebody else's idea of your truth, but actually your truth, your authentic truth, right? So set that intention. I think that's going to be really helpful for you this week, right? Taurus, that's what I'm feeling into, that's really something that you're going to need in your toolbox this week. Okay. And then I nourish myself. Decide that today you will eat only food that loves you. You know better than anyone what it is best for you. And again, I think that's a good one for you because, just what the front says, I nourish myself. How do we nourish ourselves? And you know what? Nourishment doesn't just come from food, although that's important too, because sometimes, especially when we're feeling down and stressed out and crazy, we don't make the wisest food choices, do we? right? We try to bury our feelings in the wrong foods, in the wrong drinks, in the wrong whatevers, right? When we don't, especially when we don't feel confident in ourselves. And so I think that that's an important card for you guys. Make sure you're nourishing, and that what you're nourishing yourself is what's good for your body, mind, and spirit, right? So I think that goes a little deeper than just the food you eat this week, Taurus. I think it means everything. Nourish yourself in good ways, okay? And now I am going to roll the dice for you, right? We're going to roll the dice to see what planets comes up for you, to see what you need to focus on this week. In Taurus, you got the moon. I know this is terrible. You cannot see it, and then I'm holding it where you can't really see it. I wish you guys could see this much better. It is so cool. So, Selene, Artemis, Change, Eggshell are the deities. Ishel, I'm sorry. Or, I don't know if I pronounced that right. So what you need to focus on is your inner life, which is exactly what we've been talking about. Your emotions, how to comfort yourself, security, your instincts, your roots, right? Your intuition, your mystery, all the things that we've just been talking about, all those things that are the inner work, right? That's what the moon's all about, right? The inner us. See it all across your astrological charts. Whatever your moon is, that's the inner you, right? And so that's where you need to really focus your attention this week, Taurus. Really focus on you. This has come up repeatedly, card after card after card. And so make sure that you are focusing on the inner you this week, okay? All right. Again, I want to remind you, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can always email me at bonadayhealingarts@gmail.com. I do want to thank you for being here, and I want to say that I hope you have a great week, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.